Now, as we've been reporting, the Israeli government has been discussing a potential hostage deal now with Hamas. Under the agreement, we understand Hamas would release 50 hostages in exchange for a temporary ceasefire, fuel, and the release of Palestinian prisoners. Earlier, President Biden sounded cautiously optimistic.
We're now very close, very close. We could bring some of these hostages home very soon. But I don't want to get into the details of things because nothing is done until it's done.
Let's bring in retired Navy SEAL Commander Dan O'Shea now. He's also served as a coordinator of the State Department's hostage working group. And Dan, from what we understand at this early moment, it's folks like you and those working in the diplomatic community who can push to get something like this even close to coming to fruition. So pull back the curtain a bit. Help us understand how a deal like this comes about when entities like Israel and Hamas do not directly communicate.
Yeah, that exactly that. You've got a state player, a state actor, Israel, that will not sit across the table from Hamas. Both have stated end goals to wipe each other out. That's why all these conversations and negotiations have been done through backdoor channels. Qatar has come out as the Switzerland of the Middle East, where these deals have been done at very strategic levels from a lot of pressure from U.S. diplomats and other. There's 30 plus hostages from around the world. So you've got emissaries from across Europe and across the world that are putting pressure not only in Tel Aviv on Netanyahu's government, but also working all channels. And those channels will include non-government organizations like the Red Cross, Red Crescent, any aid organization operating in Gaza will be part of these discussions. You'll have religious clerics on both sides from Gaza and Israel and in Qatar. So very complex. That's why this is very challenging. And again, no deal is set until hostages are exchanged. And it could go pear-shaped at any moment. So it's very sensitive that the fact that all this media coverage is focused on this quote-unquote negotiation deal.
Right. No, that's a very important caveat you offer there. And as I mentioned to our Margaret Brennan earlier, the ratio is also quite noteworthy. It would have required a bit of creativity among those trying to get to some type of deal, because Israel would release 3 Palestinian prisoners for each hostage, and we understand women and children are being prioritized here. What does that ratio tell you, considering this won't be a one-to-one exchange?
Well, it comes down at the end of the day. Israel values the lives of every Jewish citizen. It's critical to them. It's critical to their survival. In the past, they traded 1,000 Palestinian prisoners to save the life of one Israeli soldier who'd been held hostage for 5 years. So they put the value of life on their citizens at a very high level, whereas opposed to Hamas, they use their citizens as human shields. But the fact that they got a 1 for 3, considering the calculus in the past, it gives you light of what may come in the future. But it's against the IDF policy because arguably 150 Palestinians released, if they're military age males, they're going to get right back in the fight, which is counter to what the IDF wants to do, which is to wipe Hamas out.
It's interesting you note policy here, because as far as I understand from some extreme environment training I've been through, nations like the US and the UK emphasize to journalists heading to war zones and difficult areas that those nations don't negotiate with kidnappers. They don't pay ransoms, and that journalists have to understand that when they head to conflict zones. Are you concerned at all that this potential deal essentially sends a message that taking hostages gets you a seat at the bargaining table with Israel?
100%. I mean, the U.S. just traded $6 billion for the recovery of 5 Iranian American hostages and exchanged 6 Iranians not 2 months ago. In fact, that was announced publicly on September 11th, this past September, ironically enough. So, of course, hostage terrorism works. And this administration has made it clear that they do negotiate for terrorists. And that notion that was a thing that kept America and our closest allies like the UK and Australia and Canada and New Zealand safe was that the word on the street was, at least when I was in Iraq, this is 15 years ago, the U.S. did not negotiate, did not make concessions to terrorists. Now we do that, and we're seeing the effect. So Yes, this deal is going to get some of these hostages back, but it will put a target on other individuals traveling abroad because hostage terrorism works.
That is a sobering fact check. Retired Navy SEAL Commander Dan O'Shea, thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you.